Good morning and welcome to Title Talk. I'm Karen Hamstra and it's Monday, February 11th, 2019. Our first book for today is called The Girls at 17 Swan Street by Yara Jaib. Not sure that's how you say her last name, but close enough. This book we read for our January Barb Wilson book discussion group. Unfortunately, the weather intervened and we did not have the book discussion, but I can tell you it is a wonderful book that deals with an adult woman's battle against anorexia, and it will really enlighten you about all the things anorexia does to a person's body. It's a good book. It's not melodramatic or anything. It's just a really excellent read. The Girls at 17 Swan Street. And then Janet Daly has a new book, Letters from Peaceful Lane. It says, in the rugged Ozarks of beautiful Branson, Missouri, a woman struggles to save her marriage and find answers from an unexpected source. The heartrending love letters of her husband's beloved first wife. So, Janet Daly, Letters from Peaceful Lane. And then Suzanne Woods Fisher has a new Amish book. It's called Mending Fences, and it is about her character Luke Schrock. Let's see, this is part one of a new series called The Deacon's Family. I don't know if you've read Suzanne Fisher, but if you like Amish novels, hers are hilarious. She shows the funny side of the Amish, although this one does have a more serious note. Luke Schrock just got back from a stint at a rehab facility, and he's having a bit of a difficult time reacclimating himself to his Amish world. So Mending Fences, Suzanne Woods Fisher. I highly recommend her books. And then a few books that I think should have holds on them, but for whatever reason don't. Charles Todd has a new one, The Black Ascot. He is really popular with our large print readers, but for some reason regular print readers haven't quite discovered him or something. I don't know. Scotland Yard's Ian Rutledge seeks a cunning killer who has eluded Scotland Yard for 10 years in this exciting mystery. It says, after saving an ex-convict's life, Inspector Ian Rutledge receives an astonishing tip about a legendary crime from the grateful man. Charles Todd, The Black Ascot. And there's a new historical fiction book about Winston Churchill's mother called That Churchill Woman. It is by Stephanie Barron. Some of you may remember Stephanie Barron's Jane Austen books that were just wonderful. She has since switched into historical fiction. This book, That Churchill Woman, was excerpted last week in the Chapter a Day online book club clubs that you can subscribe to from our library. If you go to our webpage and to the database section, you will find the option for the Chapter a Day book clubs. And these are a great way to discover new authors of almost any genre you could consider or that you like. You can read a chapter a day. It's really not a chapter a day. It's like maybe 2 pages out of a book a day, but it's enough to give you a clue as to whether you would like to go on and finish the book. So, That Churchill Woman, and as you might guess, it is a novel about Winston Churchill's mother, who was quite a woman. And then Joseph Finder has a new suspense book out called Judgment. He normally is quite popular too, but if you all are Joseph Finder readers, get on the wait list for this, because right now there is no wait list. It says, it was nothing more than a one-night stand. Juliana Brady, a judge in the Superior Court of Massachusetts, is rumored to be in consideration for the federal circuit and maybe someday the highest court in the land. While at a conference in Chicago, she meets a gentle, vulnerable man and has an unforgettable night with him, something she's never done before. They part with an explicit understanding that this must never happen again. And obviously, it had unexpected consequences. And then Sophie Kinsella has a new book, I Owe You One. She has been quite a popular author down through the years, and again, here it is, just sitting here. So this one is about Fixie Farr, who has always lived by her father's motto, family first. And since her dad passed away, leaving his charming housewares store in the hands of his wife and children, Fixie spends all her time picking up the slack from her siblings instead of striking out on her own. The way Fixie sees it, if she doesn't take care of her father's legacy, who will? Good question, right? I do want to point out that the February edition of Book Page is here. The book on the cover, The Night Tiger, we have that in stock, just waiting for you. We still have plenty of these left, but hurry, February is a short month and they'll be gone before you know it. We'll have moved on to March and you will have missed all those February books. 3 nonfiction books real quick. We have gotten a whole series of these DeWalt books recently. This one is the HVAC code reference, the code reference for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning installations. So if you are doing any kind of home renovation, check out our collection of these new DeWalt books. And then we have one on Root, Nurture, Grow, which is at 635.9653. This is the essential guide to propagating and sharing houseplants. So if you want to have some kind of houseplant exchange with your friends, this book will tell you everything you need to know about that. And it is really nicely illustrated throughout with big, bold color pictures. Whoops, books are falling. And one last title, In the French Kitchen with Kids. If you have kids, or if you have always wanted to try French cooking but you think it's far too complex for you, this is the book for you. It is simplified with all your favorite French recipes, but at a level that kids can handle. Very detailed, wonderful pictures of the finished product. And then you will find this book at 641.5944 MIC. I would highly recommend it. It just looks wonderful, In the French Kitchen with Kids. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.